So I was looking up autism myths and stereotypes. As someone that has autism myself, I thought that I should research what myths and stereotypes are out there, because I knew that there were some, like there's myths and stereotypes about everything, but autism has been one that's been in the media a lot and that I've grown up hearing about, like a vaccination has caused their child to have autism and things like that, that scientists have been researching and has all been disproven, but people still think about it. But I thought I would look at ones that maybe I could talk about from my experience and what I think about it. So I just googled it, and here are the ones that I came up with. So autism is not someone who's always a genius, and I read about this. It was 5 to 10% of people with autism have like an ability like that's like quite astonishing, like can tell if a large number is prime, or can play a piece of music from memory, or can look at a building and can draw it from memory. The first person that comes to mind on that is Stephen Wiltshire, who is absolute amazing. Like, that ability is insane. But not everyone with autism has something like this, and it's a pretty bad stereotype, I think, especially for someone who doesn't have that sort of ability. It's quite sort of when people are like, oh, you must be a genius or you must be amazing at something, to be like, well, actually I'm not. So that is a stereotype that completely disproven, and although it is amazing for some people to have this, it's not an autistic trait. Autism is not someone who's mentally disabled. Complete opposite to the last one I said. It's quite a bad stereotype or myth of someone with autism who can't talk or can't walk or isn't intelligent or can't do simple things. It's a very bad one, and I read it and I'm like, why would you think this? It just astonishes me that people in 2017 still believe that someone with autism is mentally disabled, because it is not true. Autism comes from bad parenting. This is one that I read and I'm like, really? You think that? Bad parenting? No, it does not come from bad parenting at all. That is a pretty astonishing thing that people believe. It just amazes me. People with autism feel no empathy or affection. Okay, people with autism might have trouble expressing their emotions, but it doesn't mean that they don't have them. It doesn't mean that they can't feel empathy or affection. They might just have difficulty expressing it, or a different way of expressing it. Doesn't mean that they don't feel it. Treatments to cure autism. It amazes me that there are people still selling parents these cures for autism, and I think it just causes more hurt and upset than any help at all. And I think it can cause a lot of harm. And I think that it should not be allowed, that these products should be advertised to people who may be really hurt or struggling to come to terms with the diagnosis of their child or themselves. And I think it causes a lot of people to not accept themselves or accept their child, and it just upsets me, really. Have single obsessions. Obsessions is a video that I done a while back. I'll pop the link in the description. But obsessions, yeah, but it's not a single obsession. I mean, the session that I was talking about in the video back then was of photos of Eminem. That obsession's changed and it's now gone to wedding planning. And it's just, I always think obsessions, the stereotype was generally a bad thing, and that's not a bad thing at all. Although people with autism may have obsessions, these chop and change from day to day or week to week or year to year, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Look autistic. Okay, how can someone look autistic? This one's just ridiculous, and I've had it as well. When I've told someone that I've got Asperger's syndrome, they're like, oh, you don't look like you've got Asperger's syndrome or autism. How is someone with autism supposed to look? It's just ridiculous. I think that in 2017 we should strive to demolish these stereotypes and myths covering mental health, autism or Down syndrome or depression or anything. I think we should just get rid of these myths and stereotypes and accept people for who they are, and not try and cure things that are in my brain. Why would you try and do that? I just don't understand.